you've been in the mental health system for decades and you feel like nothing is working, have you tried all kinds of therapies and techniques and you are still depressed? Have you tried all kinds of antidepressants and all kinds of meditation and other techniques and your anxiety it still gets the best out of you? Have you tried counseling and your relationship is still not where you would like it to be? Have you tried all kinds of spiritual gurus and new age strategies and seminars, but you still don't get that, you didn't get that sense of knowing and of having your answers, of feeling that you are not quite where you would like to be? I have the answer for you. For the past 14 years, I've been working with the most complex cases of mental conditions. And what I'm inviting you here for is not the 12 weeks program that I'm normally doing with my clients. My interest in mental health started from need. I need it for myself, I need it for my daughter. And I tried, like you, many specialists, and they all failed us. So I had to go for the DIY solution. I trained, I qualified, I went all over the world. I worked in the NHS, I work with charities. But I've seen, since I've become a specialist, people come to me with all kinds of complaints because they've been sometimes broken down more by the specialist than by their life experience. Many of them have been damaged by the long-term use of antidepressants or antipsychotics, anyway, psychiatric medication, and you know how that goes. You see, what I was looking all these years for, when I refined my method, my conversational self method, that has success in cases that nobody can heal, treatment-resistant depression, in 12 weeks. What I was searching all these years for was to refine again and again and again, because I knew when I got out of my depressive state, when I held my daughter, it was fast. It didn't take years. And I didn't use any technique per se. So I was trying to reverse engineer what exactly have I done. And when I'm working with the clients and I give them the results, I'm there for them, so I'm present with them. I'm not there analyzing, am I doing this, am I doing that? I'm just in a moment and I'm going with them. So even from that perspective of trying to understand, how did I help a client get a breakthrough in a day? What happened there? What have I done? And my mission was to find the simplest way to find that knock of a hammer, like in that story with the guy who repaired the ship by just simply knocking knowing where to knock with a hammer. I was looking for that special thing, and throughout this more than 14 years of working and incredible success with clients, by doing this reverse engineering, by doing this analysis, I identified the most incredible thing. You don't need to go to work with a shadow. You don't need to go to spend years in trying to untangle the mess that your ancestors have made of. In fact, they've been suffering just like we're suffering today, only that they didn't have mental health awareness and mental health rights. The secret, it's so simple, it's so elegant because of its simplicity. And it is, you ready to hear it? The answer is conquer fear. You see, when I was looking to find that one thing, that one knock, it all led to fear. See, people came with all kinds of conditions, stress-related conditions. What is stress? I wrote extensively about those things. You can find them in my articles, in my books. But for this little video, stress is nothing but fear. It's fear-based actions. I'm stressed because my boss will replace stress with fear. I'm afraid that if X will happen, then Z would be the consequences. The consequence. The same thing in relationships. The same thing is anxiety. Anxiety is fear. Replace anxiety with fear. I am afraid of. And those fears, that main fear, you will see that has many little offsprings. And when you get to the bottom of it all, when you actually trace it back and you identify it, then this is the way you get rid of anxiety. This is the way depression is fear-based, because you are afraid, like all the conditions that have led to you to first be stressed, then to be to get anxiety, and then finally anxiety to become chronic, and then to you to become depressed. There is a process, but that process, if you really look deep, it's still based in fear. You did make decisions, bad decisions, stupid decisions. We all make stupid decisions, but because of fear, because you lack self-confidence, because you lack your self-esteem. Replace all that with fear. You lack self-confidence. What are you lacking? It's fear. You are afraid that if you do this, people will think that, or if you don't do this, then this will happen, or so everything is reduced to fear. So you don't need to work with shadow. You don't need to go into the depths of your ancestral lineage to no. You don't need years of therapy. All you need is to know how fear works and to trace back in a linear way to see how fear has dictated all your decisions that have led to the situation you are in. Once you know that, the light bulb goes on, and just as with that knock of the hammer on the ship's engine, that's the moment when you basically restart yourself, when your engine restarts, because now you know, and once you know, nobody can take that away from you. Now you know how you function, and you don't need years of psychoanalysis. You don't need to talk about your dreams. You don't need to talk about your power. All you need is for you to understand how fear has impacted you, how fear works from the physiological, neurological, and psychological point of view, and even spiritual point of view. That's a very important factor. And see how it affected you. And then once you know that, every time, every decision, every worry that will come to your mind, you will know how to work and how to interrogate fear and how to make conscious decisions instead of letting fear decide for you. So if you are interested in this incredible, transformative, and simple transformational tool, join me. I'm gonna make an incredible live seminar, and I hope that you will be interested to actually join in. It's not going to be your everyday professional style. It's gonna be just as life is, organic. We're going to work, we're going to expose fear, we're going to look fear in the face. And we're going to learn to dance with this fear. We're going to look our demons in the eyes. And we are going to take control. If you are interested in that, join me and let's make something incredible.